Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started on the volunteer portion of the member orientation. We are so excited that you have become a NAIFA member, and we think that our members are high volunteers. We know that our people that join NAIFA like to be involved, and so we're excited to invite you to get connected to the community, and we have just laid out a few different ways that you can go. So where do you want to start? We have started to talk about the ways that you can start volunteering in advocate, educate, and differentiate with our membership promise. So our membership promise to advocate for our advisors and for our clients and their clients, educate our advisors, and then also differentiate our advisors. And so when we advocate, there's a lot of ways that you can get involved. And always talk about how many of our members do not join NAIFA because they want to advocate, but they stay a NAIFA member because they realize the importance of advocacy. And so we're really excited to show you all the ways that you can get involved with advocacy. Some of this might be brand new for you. So advocacy starts with simply showing up. So you can start by showing up at a state or federal legislators district meeting. You can attend a town hall meeting. You can go to our congressional conference. I'm just going to stop here and explain that NAIFA has a congressional conference every May where people from all over the United States fly in. They get a training on the first day, and then the second day they go up to the Hill and they all storm the Capitol and make a huge impact on legislation that day. And then, kind of on a smaller scale, we have a state day on the Hills. So your state probably has a day on the Hill, often during the winter months, January, February, March, where they go and you do the same thing at your state capitol. And so it's kind of the way that you can get your feet wet by volunteering on an advocacy level. Kind of another step that you can take is volunteer for a candidate's campaign. You will see as you get involved with advocacy that some of the legislators that are going to champion what NAIFA is all about and champion our issues, we actually have opportunities for you to get involved and do fundraising for that person and put up signs and just be involved in their campaign. You can also testify on proposed legislation in your area of expertise. This would look like you simply giving your testimony of how this piece of legislation would actually impact your clients. That's an easy way to volunteer. It might be a little bit intimidating, but it might be your sweet spot. You can also help plan an IFAPAC fundraiser. If you don't know what IFAPAC is, there's a whole nother orientation piece on IFAPAC and all that means. But IFAPAC, obviously, we're always looking for ways to bring in funds. You can do silent auction. I know we've done some at Christmas time, some silent auctions. We've done in conjunction with event, a ring toss or paying for to get a special sticker. There's all different ways that you can bring your ideas on how to raise funds for IFAPAC. Those are just the start, but sometimes maybe you're wondering right now, oh, okay, that sounds fun, but I don't even know when these events are. We really suggest that you connect with your state chapter IFAPAC or APIC chair. They're going to know when these district meetings are. They're going to know when fundraising events are, and they're also going to know what's worked in the past for IFAPAC fundraisers, but they'll want to know your ideas. So we suggest that you contact them. Next is educate. There are a lot of different programs. You probably, now that you're NAIFA member, seen all the different programs we have to educate our members. And one of the easy ways to get involved with making sure that your fellow members are educated or educating yourself is to get involved with NAIFA Live. I'm just going to touch base real quick on what NAIFA Live is. If you haven't heard of it, but NAIFA Live is a monthly program that we offer virtually, but then we also offer it to be kind of a catalyst to bring people together and have a party. So we call it a watch party. And so if you're thinking, oh, I would love to get together with my friends and with my fellow advisors and colleagues and industry peers and watch some great programming and then discuss it, and I've got a good location, I could do that. That would be a way that you could volunteer in the education. If you know of a great presenter in your area, or if you know of a great location and you want to plan a networking event or an educational event in your area, you could do that apart from like NAIFA Live. This could just be your own local area educational event. You can also post an article or a sales idea on online community. That's a great way to start networking and start conversations with fellow NAIFA members. If you want to take the next step and you are really passionate about educating, we would love it if you raise your hand and say, I know a lot and I would like now pass that knowledge on. And so you want to mentor a new advisor. Kind of on the flip side, if you are a new advisor and say, hey, I really would like to have a mentor and educate yourself, we would love for you to let us know that you're looking for that. We have an online magazine that we produce quarterly called Advisor Today. If you would like to write an article on your area of expertise for that magazine, that would be a way to volunteer by submitting an article for that. You could also be an advisor ambassador or a big ideas speaker. Advisor Ambassador is a program designed to get new advisors kind of some basic sales ideas, prospecting, referral gathering. If you think that you have a topic one of those topics that you think is your sweet spot and want to educate new advisors on those areas, we would love to have you volunteer to be an advisor ambassador. And it's kind of hosting a webinar just like doing now, just sharing your expertise to the new advisors. Big Ideas is the same thing. It's a webinar series. If you've got a great idea that you would like to talk about with our whole membership, we want to give you the opportunity to do that so you can volunteer in that way. If you have any questions about how to get involved with educating your fellow members or educating yourself further, please let your state chapter president know. You also have a chapter executive that can facilitate that conversation. And if you're not sure who those people are, please contact NAIFA headquarters and we can help get you connected with the right people there. The next part of our membership promise is differentiation. We promise to make you stand apart from the rest. As a NAIFA member, you have adhered to our code of ethics and you're saying that you promise to put your best interest before, that's what you're working for, your client's best interest. And so just a quick way, people might not know what NAIFA is, and they don't know that you are deciding to be a part of your professional association and that you're adhering to this code of ethics. So an easy way right off the bat to differentiate yourself is to like and share our social media posts. We post on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, obviously. And so just liking and sharing those posts is a way for your friends and family and clients, most importantly, to see, oh, what's this NAIFA that my advisor is a part of? I want to know. And then they can see that you have decided to be part of your professional association. You can take photos, kind of the same thing at NAIFA, post about it, let people know that you're going to further educate yourself, let people know that you're spearheading an educational event in your area so they know that you're a NAIFA member and you're making those steps to be professional in your field. And then we have NAIFA Media Go team. This is still being developed, but basically it is an opportunity for you to be on the front lines. That there is an issue that we need our advisors across the state to take a stand on social media or maybe on the legislative level. You can volunteer to be one of those people that will react quickly to any of those issues that come up. If you want to take the next step of differentiating yourself, you can plan a community service project or fundraiser for a local charity. You can write a consumer-focused blog. We have advisors. You can visit a consumer-focused website where we market that to the general public, and so you can show yourself as an expert in your field by writing a blog that just general public go to. If they want to learn about why long-term care is important for their family and they go to our consumer-focused blog, they can see that you've written an article and you're an expert in the field. So that's a place that you can volunteer at as well. And then maybe my most favorite place you can volunteer is at our Performance and Purpose Conference. We have this, the next one's going to be in Boston in October 1st, 4th, 2020. And this is a fabulous place to volunteer. Our NAIFA P+P volunteers kind of selves apart because we feature them on our social media channels. We talk about them throughout the ramp to the event. And then while there, they really do connect people from around the states. They have a ton of fun. They make the environment really hospitable. And then they just kind of get that one up. So if they want to meet a speaker or get in with one of the main presenters, they kind of have opportunity as well. So that's a great way that you can volunteer there. So again, if you are thinking this is your spot, we hope that you would connect with your state president, executive, and if you need help, we'll help you with that. Where do you want to go? So I kind of talked about ways to get started with volunteerism and how to volunteer on the small level. But if you're thinking big picture, like really want to hold a leadership role in NAIFA, we want to just show you what those opportunities would be like. So if you volunteer on one of these small levels, you'll probably be an affiliate leader. Affiliate leader is a place where leaders in your area or people in your area just lead. They do things like plan an educational event. They go to a legislative district meeting, things like that. That's an affiliate leader. So by doing a small thing, you're already affiliate leader, but they do have a formalized group of people in some areas. So you might want to be part of that group of people. They don't call it a board, but definitely a decision-making group. After that, you can maybe get involved in the state chapter committees. If you are super excited about networking with the young advisors, you could get involved with your state chapter YAT or Young Advisor Team Committee. You could also be involved in the membership committee. If you're excited about telling people why they should be a NAIFA member, you could serve on that committee. There's programs, there's government relations committees. Different states might have a different committees, but these are the standard ones that you could get involved on. And then there's the state chapter board. If you are really excited and have served on committee and really want to take the next step, there is leadership opportunities on the state chapter level. President, vice president, treasurer, secretary, all the APIC, the IFAPAC chairs. There's a lot of places where your passion would fit on the board and you could be a decision maker there. Beyond just that state chapter board, there's national committees as well. We have a flex committee, which is like your field leaders and committee, diversity and inclusion, the committee on the national level, Lilly, which is our Life and Leadership Institute. That committee spearheads talking about that. I know that there's another webinar that is focused on Lilly that you can check out if you don't know what I'm talking about there. There also is a finance committee, a governance committee. There's lots more committees on the national level that you could be involved in. And then at the very top is our national board. Our president, Jill Judd, almost Cammie Scott, is the president of that board, and they have an executive committee, and then national trustee liaison, national trustees which serve to liaisons to the state board. So that's kind of the leadership hierarchy going forward. If this is exciting for you and you're excited to go ahead and start your volunteer track, we would love to know what your passions are and help you get into the right seat on the bus there. This link right here, we can send it out to you following the webinar, or you can just pop it into your browser. This is the place where you would go to fill out where your strengths are, what you hope to serve in, what capacities you hope to serve in that. I know that I've spoke a little bit about NAPA headquarters. If you ever need to contact us, please give us a call or email us. Our phone number is right here, and email is right there as well. Do we have any questions? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and we will see you on the volunteer committees.